December 25th is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the global calendar. On this day, almost every nation on Earth simultaneously lights up the winter night. But looking to the Gospels for the origins of this date reveals a total silence. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John detail the birth of Jesus, but they never document the specific day. The environmental evidence actually points away from midwinter. This chart compares Bethlehem's average rainfall with the typical ancient grazing season, showing that December is too cold and wet for shepherds to be out in the fields at night. During this month, they and their flocks would have stayed indoors. Early Christian scholars recognized this gap. For centuries, they debated when the birth actually occurred, with many proposing warmer months like April or May. With no record in the holy texts, the origins of the date lie within the political machinery of the Roman Empire. In the ancient northern hemisphere, the winter solstice was an annual crisis point. As humans faced the longest, darkest night of the year, they responded with festivals of light. Rome's specific solution was Saturnalia. Starting in mid-December, this week-long winter carnival focused on massive feasts and a temporary collapse of the social hierarchy, where masters served their own slaves at the dinner table. By 274 AD, Emperor Aurelian institutionalized this solstice energy. He established the birthday of the unconquered sun, fixing it on December 25th. This presented the growing Christian church with an existential problem. Banning these popular pagan festivals carried a high risk of public revolt. In the mid-4th century, Pope Julius I chose to overlap the celebrations. He decreed that Christians would observe the birth of Jesus on December 25th, connecting the sun's rebirth to the arrival of the Sun of Righteousness. This overlap absorbed the momentum of the Roman solstice, redirecting the energy of a popular pagan festival into the service of a new religious movement. Once fixed on the calendar, the holiday began to absorb local traditions as it spread. In Northern Europe, it encountered Norse Yule celebrations, adopting their month-long feasts and the ritual burning of the Yule log. The evergreen tree was another adopted symbol. For cultures living through freezing winters, a plant that stayed green through the snow represented life defying the darkness. But the holiday's rowdy, non-biblical roots eventually caused a religious backlash. In the 1600s, factions like the Puritans actually banned the celebration, viewing it as a pagan distraction from true faith. The modern version of the day was salvaged in the 19th century. Influencers like Charles Dickens shifted the narrative, moving the holiday from rowdy street parties into the private, family-focused environment of the Victorian living room. The Industrial Revolution provided the final push. Mass production made toys affordable for the first time, shifting the focus of the day toward children and the act of gift-giving. By the 20th century, advertising fully secularized the day. Modern marketing replaced traditional religious icons with commercial ones, like the red-suited Santa Claus, to drive global retail sales. December 25th has survived for nearly 2,000 years by constantly absorbing and repackaging the customs of every culture it touches. This history creates a permanent irony. A day designated to honor a humble birth in a manger now functions as a primary driver of global wealth. Modern astronomers continue to move us further from historical accuracy, with planetary alignments suggesting the Star of Bethlehem likely appeared in the spring or autumn. Yet, for the billions who celebrate, historical precision is secondary to the symbol. The date represents light entering the dark. That symbol has become a universal pause button for much of the world. In 1914, the arrival of this date was powerful enough to halt the guns of a world war for a single day of reflection. The line from ancient Roman bonfires to modern tree lights represents the same human impulse. The selection of December 25th answers a timeless human necessity to gather together and find light at the very darkest point of the year.